Talking in superlatives about finest spirits is dangerous. Why? Because then you would be lost for words next year. Every year sees more visitors and exhibitors. Records are not getting very old here. You always find something you find nowhere else. Spoiled for choice, you don't get that every day. Great, simply unusual. 107 exhibitors have announced their appearance this year. As many as never before. The fact that this trade fair is no insider's tip anymore is spread far and wide in the world of spirits by now, as it is at Schliersee near the Alps. For 15 years now, Hans Kemenata is making Bavarian whiskey, a lavishly manufactured product that is introduced here at the Finest Spirits. It is of utmost importance for us to control the quality in every step of the manufacturing process, to keep our standards very, very high. The mash has to ferment now for 1 week. Only after that the actual distilling process starts. An extremely arduous work that takes patience. When you're making whiskey, you think in years rather than months really, sometimes even decades. It may well be that things I manufacture now are not going to hit the market during my working career. 3 times Hans has to distill the mash before it turns into a Bavarian fine spirit. The quality of the whiskey is to convince visitors at the Finest Spirits. We don't want to just copy Scottish whiskey, but create our very own Bavarian type of whiskey. And actually, we're very proud that we succeeded. In more than 1,500 barrels, the fine spirit matures to whiskey. For some, the big day is on the verge. These have got 3 years left to mature, contrary to this one here, which is finished. We're going to take it to the Finest Spirits in Munich to present it to the public. Bottled up, Hans and his team are loading the whiskey into the car. A few more decorative items for proper presentation and off they go. The Bavarian fine spirit is now ready to face the world. The right platform, Finest Spirits in Munich. Over 100 exhibitors are going on the pilgrimage to this trade fair, the most important of its kind in Central Europe. To show their products at the Finest Spirits Fair, some distillers come here from overseas even. Like the past 5 years, the trade fair takes place at the MVG Museum. The 9th edition of Finest Spirits provides 5,000 square meters of exhibition space, 400 more than last year. A true indicator of the rapid development of this fair. Yes, finally we're here too. We are expecting a lot because we heard only the best. Many expert exhibitors and audience are here. Being regarded as the local hero is the best that could happen to us here. And also people identifying with the Bavarian whiskey from Schliersee. But nevertheless, there is a big international audience here and we want to address them as well. Hans is having high hopes for the Finest Spirits. Whether it meets his expectations, time will tell. For 3 days, the Munich Trade Fair is exhibiting the Finest Spirits. Over 9,000 visitors are coming here, another exciting record of the Finest Spirits.
Absolutely fantastic. This is actually my first time at the event. My colleagues have been many years before, but it's so refreshing for me actually to see this style of event.
The customers that are coming here for the tasting are coming back and they're saying we need that. It's so tasty, it's simply great. Everything is going very well with Hans and his Bavarian whiskey. Surrounded by customers, he can do exactly what he wants to do, to share the enthusiasm for his product. Hans' success story is but one of the many here at Finest Spirits. Inquisitively, visitors discovered 240 different brands of spirits. Responsible for this family-like feeling, Frank Michael Böhr, the organizer of Finest Spirits. His aim is to bring exhibitors and visitors together in a relaxed atmosphere. That is very important because that's the best part of it, the part that is most fun. Discovering good things together. Finest Spirits means shared enthusiasm. It's a fair for friends and every year new ones are joining us. Not only exhibitors but customers as well are aiming for my booth to greet me, and sometimes there's even hugs. There are so many at the booths who I meet just once a year or even every other year. And I'm really very delighted because in this sector a lot is done through personal contacts. And this personal exchange between manufacturers and customers does not leave our Bavarian distiller cold. Throughout the year you're in the distillery giving your best, trying to create a super produce, and you really get a feedback from the people who are happy and say, "Oh, we have a Bavarian whiskey, wow, super, we got something like that." Then that's something I'm really proud of. Pride, delight, success can be quantified. 9,000 visitors, 107 exhibitors, and a turnover increase by 10% compared to last year. Finest spirits in Munich.